We're going to talk upper body and shoulders. So I have had upper body, neck, and shoulder issues forever. It used to be so bad that I had chronic headaches. I was doing lots of chiropractic care and other things to try to get my neck and shoulders in alignment, and I never could. Like as soon as I got a chiropractic adjustment, I would lose the adjustment right away. What I soon discovered is that I could never hold any chiropractic adjustments because my muscles were so tense and super tight. A lot of that was attributed to I had 4 young children. I was carrying them around a lot. I was nursing my twins. And so I was always in this kind of hunched forward holding pattern with my kids. And I wasn't doing enough stuff on the maintenance side to prevent me from staying in this position chronically. And so for the last 2 years, I've been really working on not so much pulling my shoulders back, but more so lifting my sternum and figuring out how to loosen the muscles on the front side of my body and strengthen the muscles on the back side of my body. And so if any of you suffer from chronic headaches or your neck and shoulders are really tight, maybe some of you have read some of my information about losing your pillow and how I don't sleep with a pillow anymore. And actually in the last couple of months, I don't even need anything underneath my head now. I can lay with just flat on a bed. And I no longer have neck tension at all when I do that. And if you want to get to that place, but you're like, I just can't because I don't know how to get my upper body to loosen up enough for me to be there, hopefully these exercises will help you to achieve that. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down onto your hands and knees. You're going to bring your knees right underneath your hips. So if you were thinking about a straight line, you'd have a straight line right here from the center of your hip to center of your knee. Hands are going to come straight down so that your shoulder and wrist line up with one another. And then you're going to open up your hands as wide as you possibly can, trying to make an L with your pointer finger and thumb. And that means the middle finger will stay facing forward. So for some of you, when you open up your hand that wide, you might feel a really intense stretch because you might be really used to holding onto a mouse and a keyboard or something like that, where your hands are chronically in this kind of curved, clenched position. And so this alone might be a really significant stretch for you. And that's great. Okay, so getting the foundation set, what we're going to start to do is we're going to do kind of push-ups for our shoulder blades and our rhomboids. So what you're going to begin to do is you're going to pull the shoulder blades towards one another, and as you do that, the heart will melt downward. And then you're going to pull the shoulder blades away from each other, and you'll notice that the heart will lift up. So heart sinks down, shoulder blades together. Heart lifts up, shoulder blades pull apart. So I love to do about 10 of these. 10 is kind of the go-to repetition. And then after I do 10 with my hands like this, I switch it up a little bit. I bring them in front of me about 3 or 4 inches. I'm going to take my pointer finger and thumb and face them towards one another so that when I gaze down, I have a triangle underneath me. And I'm going to do the same thing. Pull my shoulder blades towards each other, pull them away. So coming in and out. Now, one thing that you got to notice in either of these variations is that when you do this movement, there's no bend in the elbows, which is what will likely happen with you, is you'll take and start to bend the elbows. The elbows are completely stationary, okay? They're not locked. You're not locking out your joints here. There's a slight little bend into them, but there's no movement in the elbows as you go. Okay, so those are a few to strengthen the rhomboids. Now, I'm going to show you one that's a really great strengthener for the triceps. And it doesn't look hard, but it's hard. Okay, so opening up the hands really wide again. What you're going to do is you're going to bend the elbows, and you're going to tap the elbows down towards the floor and come up. Now, your body has a way of cheating in this exercise, and it looks like this. Your elbows come down, and your hips move back. And you start to move your lower body as well. So what you want to do is keep your hips right over top of your knees. Just the elbows come down and up. The hips don't move their position at all. Good. So that's a great series that I love to do, like 10 of each of those, just to kind of warm up the body, open up the body, strengthen the body a little bit. And then one of my favorite stretches is to just take one arm high and then take it underneath into that thread the needle. You're going to open your hand up, taking each fingernail down towards the floor. So you can take these across and just hold it, let that shoulder sink down a little bit. If you want more, you can take and stretch the opposite fingertip forward. Just take a couple of breaths here. So there's your first series of shoulder work, and we'll keep doing some more work with shoulders. I got lots of good stuff for you.